Hello friends, welcome back to the another video lecture of software engineering subject. Currently, we are discussing about the software maintenance and configuration management chapter. In previous video lecture, we have discussed about re-engineering. In it, we have discussed what is reverse engineering and what is forward engineering. In today's video lecture, we are going to discuss about SCM. So SCM stands for Software Configuration Management. The SCM is a set of activities that have been developed to manage change throughout the software life cycle. So basically it will to manage change which are going to be included into the life cycle of the software. Purpose of the SCM is systematically control changes to the configuration and maintain the integrity and traceability of the configuration throughout the system's life cycle. So, software configuration management process defines a series of tasks that have four primary objectives. First is to identify all items that collectively define the software configuration. Second one is to manage changes to one or more of this item. Means if some changes are happen, then they will have to identify first and after it they will have to manage that changes. To facilitate the construction of the different version of an application. After identifying the changes and managing if some different version are building that software, then that will have to also facilitate that construction of version. To ensure that the software quality is maintained as the configuration evolves over time. This is the main and important thing, that is to ensure the software quality is maintained or not. SCM software process will be layered by layer. Into the base there will be SCIS, after it identification, version control, change control, configuration audit, and last there will be a reporting. We will discuss all of this one by one. Referring to the figure, SCM task can view as concentric layers. SCI means at the base, software configuration item flow outward through these layers throughout their useful life. As an SCI moves through a layer, the actions implemented by each SCM task may or may not be applicable. For example, when a new SCI is created, means if a new software configuration item is created, it must be identified. However, if no changes are requested for the SCI, the change control layer do not apply. If any changes needed, then we will have to that change control layer applied. The SCI is assigned to a specific version of the software that will be under the version control mechanism. A record of the SCI means its name, its creation date, its version, that will be maintained for configuration auditing purpose. Identification task. Identification separately name each SCI and then organizes it in a SCM repository using an object oriented approach. They will separately name it and they will store into a repository. Objects start out as basic objects and are then grouped into aggregate objects. Each object has a set of distinct features that identifies it. It will have a name that is unambiguous to all other objects, means they will not conflict. We can separately identify it by a name. A description that contains the SCI type, a project identifier, and a change version information. List of resources needed by the object will be also there. The object realization, for example, the documentation, the file, the model, etc., will be also there in each object. Next is change control. In change control, a procedural activity that ensures quality and consistency as changes are made to configuration object. A change request is submitted to a configuration control authority, which is usually a change control board, means CCB. The request is evaluated for technical merit, potential side effect, overall impact on other configuration object and system function, and last, project consists in terms of money, time and resources. An engineering change order ECO is issued for each approved change request. Describe the change to be made, the constraint to follow and the criteria for review and audit. Means if any change is required, then we will have to describe what change is required, for that change which constraints we have to follow, and after completing in on which criteria it will be reviewed and audited. Next one is version control. Version control capabilities. A SCM repository that stores all relevant configuration objects. A version management capability that stores all versions of a configuration object. A MAC facility that enables the software engineer to collect all relevant configuration objects and construct a specific version of the software. Issue tracking, or we can say bug tracking capability that enables the team to track the status of all outstanding issues associated with each configuration object. Configuration audit. Configuration audit is an SQA activity that helps to ensure that quality is maintained as changes are made. It implements the formal technical review and is conducted by the SQA group. It addresses the following question. Has a formal technical review been conducted to assess technical correctness? Has the software process been followed and have software engineering standards been properly applied? Has the change been highlighted and documented in the SCIs? Whether SCM procedure for noting the change, recording it and reporting it been followed or not, and whether all SCI properly updated or not. So this question will be addressed for configuration audit. Next is status reporting. After the all, there will be last part as status reporting. Configuration status reporting is also called status accounting. CSR report is generated on regular basis to keep the developer aware of the changes made and the history of the change made. It is useful in new release or constructing new versions. Configuration status report. A SM task has followed question to answer. In the report, this question will be answered. What had happened means specify the change made. What did it means specify the responsible person or authority approving the changes. When did it happen means specify the time of occurrence of the change. And last, anything else is affected based on the change made, then it will have to specify that. So this is it for our this chapter. We have seen type of software maintenance here. We have seen re-engineering, means in it we have discussed about reverse engineering and forward engineering. And last, in this video lecture, we have discussed SCM process, software configuration management process. So this is it for today's video lecture. If you like this video, then like, comment and subscribe. Also share it with your friends. Thank you, friends.